Well, hidely ho, camperinos. How are we? All right? It's one of those beautiful evenings that makes you glad to be alive. And we've launched an incursion across the border back into Wales for an overnighter. I'm going to keep the exact location to myself, but if you know the area between the Welsh border but outside Snowdonia well enough, you'll probably figure out where I am. Dave Outdoors is up here somewhere waiting for me. There's a lovely lake on this path that I'm heading for. Promise of a nice clear night, so the big tripod and camera are with me. If nothing else, we'll hopefully catch a nice moonrise. We've almost got a full moon tonight. So yeah, nice overnighter with Dave Outdoors back in the beautiful Welsh mountains. And if that sounds like your cup of tea, you're more than welcome to join me. Let's go. These, unless I'm very much mistaken, are, yes they are, yeah, bilberries, baby. Not to be confused with these berries. You don't want to be eating those. Evening. Hello. You alright, bud? Tidy. I found a lovely big pile of crap, I have. Oh, it's great. Oh, I'll take some of this home for Barbara. Barbara, we eat well tonight. Tidy. I mean, you know, I assume that's how Welsh beetles sound. Perhaps they've all got Scouse accents. You know. Or is beetle spelled differently then? Pretty sure that that's where we're going. Not to the top, just down there. As you can probably hear, the wind is rising, and this troubles me because I've sort of lost confidence a little bit in the Lanshan too. I mean, to be fair, the only real failures have been the hooks that hold the doors to the guy ropes, but I mean, up at small water on my last video, the pegging points, the pegs weren't in extremely firm ground, let's put it like that. It was a bit peaty and soft, so I'm doing my very best to stay positive, but positive or not, it's the Lanshan that is going up tonight. What a beautiful evening, absolutely gorgeous. And look at that. What more could you ask for on a Friday night? Big smile. And here, in the middle of nowhere, we find our first evidence of the lesser spot in Dave Outdoors. These, I believe, are the prints from Dave's size 13 Salomon boots. Yes, ladies, his feet really are that big. Well, that was no bloody fun. Thanks to this little stretch here, I've got wet feet, and now I'm going to hop over this fella here. Oh. And there we go. Red of heaven, bread of heaven, feed me till I want no more. Feed me till I want no more. Well, I was starting to think I must be getting fitter because I haven't sweat so much that my glasses are falling off my face. But I think it was just this absorbing it. It's wet through now, and yeah, time for them to come off because they're just slipping down my nose. But I think we're nearly there. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting fitter yet. I think it's going to be back to night walks on the Longmynd pretty soon, because the corona belly is well and truly set in. Oh, cruel irony. I lost 2 stone before lockdown, going on night walks with Dave, bit of exercise every evening, eating properly. I've gone back to the eating properly, but I really do struggle to lose the weight. Holding it, no problem. Losing it has always been a challenge, because I loves me food. Oh, it's easier than Lynn Cow, I'll give you that, Dave. But you told me this was a nice easy walk. You and me are going to have words, my son. You can keep that to yourself. Thank you very much. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Water! And I can hear voices. That is definitely the sound of the lesser spotted Dave outdoors. Let's go see if we can sneak up. I say, that's a rather antisocial level of noise you're making over here.
Alright.
Do you mind shutting the hell up?
Stay wild.
Alright. You told me that was a nice easy walk. My feet are soaked.
I found out he's a liar.
So here we are, folks. We're at Lynn something or other, below some other mountain. You probably know it. If you know the Welsh borders and the area between the Welsh border and Snowdon, you'll figure out where we are. It's appeared on 1 or 2 quite well viewed videos before, including this man's here. Here's our mate Dave Outdoors.
Hello.
And you know how much I like making new friends? Here's John.
Hello.
Don't know much about John, so I'm going to quiz him tonight about himself and find out a little bit about him.
Right.
And here's the Lanshan. Now, I've taken a bit of extra time over pitching it tonight. I've made sure the pegs are all the way in. I've put, you can't see them because they're dark blue and they're a little bit more difficult to see, but I've put extra guy ropes on. And that peg, the only peg that I couldn't get all the way in there, I've managed to find a nice big rock to put on top of it there, just to you know, the wind's coming from this direction into the foot end of the tent, so we're going to be doing a lot of that. And every time I hear a gust coming across the lake, I'm going to clench up and pray for daylight. But I'm going to get squared away, and then I think we're all going to eat, I should think, and get a bit of drinking done. So I'll speak to you in a bit. Right, folks, good evening. We have made our way into the tents because we were enjoying some clear patches and a bit of starlight, and managed to get 1 or 2 snaps, which I'll show you shortly. And then the cloud has come over and a bit of rain has set in. So not ideal, but it's 9:30, and this is going on, which, as you can imagine, is making me a little bit nervous. I'm trying to be objective and stay positive. The wind that we're experiencing now, I've had no problems with in the Lanshan before. But after Kadir Idris broke one of the plastic hooks and Small Water broke the other plastic hook and flattened the tent on top of me, I'm a bit touchy about things when it starts to get blowy. So to stave that thought off in my mind, I thought I'd mention to you something that, if you follow me on Facebook, you will know that I lost 2 of my sea to summit compression sacks in that wind at small water. Now, I love those sea to summit compression sacks. They're they're what they call the event compression dry sacks, and because I love them so much, I had to order replacements straight away, because they are for the ones that I lost are for my sleeping bag and the tent. So I've reordered, and here they are. Now, they are the Sea to Summit Event waterproof compression sack. The one for the tent and my sleeping bag are the extra small size. Okay, now I've learned something, and if this matters to you, then you need to know this bit of information. There's 2 versions of these. There's the standard one, which is what this is, and there's the one that I used to have, which I thought I'd ordered but didn't. I actually ordered the standard one. The one I used to have is the Ultra Sil model of it, which is a much finer, thinner, lighter material, and only has 3 compression straps instead of the 4 that this one has. Now, it doesn't bother me too much because this is really strong, and if anything, I've got even more faith and confidence in this than I had in the Ultra Sil ones that I lost. I am going to order the Ultra Sil ones again, simply because I love them. I think they're fantastic things. But these, I know there's a few people out there that use these same compression sacks, and they are great. Really, really good. I can't recommend them highly enough. There's a link for them in the description below. It is an Amazon affiliate link, so you know what I always say about those. Have a click, have a look. If you can find them cheaper somewhere else, by all means, go and buy them at the cheapest price you possibly can. I do get a little bit of a kickback if you click on the link below and end up buying from Amazon. That's just Amazon's way of thanking me for sending the custom their way. Okay, it doesn't cost you any more, and I'm not, it's not a big money making scheme. But if you can find it cheaper elsewhere, of course, go elsewhere and buy it cheaper. So yeah, the Sea to Summit Event waterproof compression sack is an absolutely brilliant bit of kit if you want to compress down clothes, sleeping bags, tent, anything that's compressible at all, to fit it into your backpack. The Lanshan 2, as a rough size guide, you can fit it into an extra small. I used to have it in a small all the time, but it will fit into the extra small, and compress right down. The Alp Kit Pipe Dream sleeping bag that I'm sleeping in tonight, that goes into the extra small, no problem, as does my usual sleeping bag, the Van Gogh Venom 300. And that's pretty much all I have to say about those. Well worth a look if you need a compression sack. Have a look at the Sea to Summit Event waterproof compression sacks. Well, folks, I'm going to call it a night now. I'm getting more and more nervous about this wind, I have to say. They say these things come in threes, don't they? I've more or less got my gear arranged so that I can very quickly pack up if I need to. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to get much sleep because I'm as nervous as hell. Fingers are crossed, very, very firmly. And all being well, I will see you all I will see you all here in the morning. Wish me luck. Night night, folks. Good morning. Very mixed bag last night, but I'm still here. There was a lot of this, and then for a couple of short hours it was completely still and the stars came out. Which is that tiny little short bit of footage I just showed you before I woke up. On the plus side, the absolute torrential rain didn't last, and this wind has more or less blown the tent dry. So I'm going to finish my coffee, have some breakfast, and get packed up. Clagtastic. Okay folks, so that's us done. Here we are. There were 3 tents there, and other than a bit of flat grass you'd never know it. So leave no trace. That's the way we roll around here. So we're going to get ourselves back down this mountain, and I'll see you in a bit. Folks, we're on our way down now. I just wanted to take a moment to mention a new aspect of the Trekology UL80 mat that I've been harping on about recently, and I think, as I predicted and as many of you predicted, the cold weather, or the colder weather, is starting to show up its Achilles heel, which is that R value. The R value on the UL80 is between 1 and 2. I think someone quoted it as 1.6, whereas something like a Thermarest is 7. And last night I really started to feel that cold coming up through the mattress, or felt my body heat escaping through the mattress a lot quicker than it would have done on the Thermarest. So here's that call going out again to Trekology. Trekology, make an insulated UL80, because I think you'll corner the market. Comfort wise, still no bother at all. It's fantastic. It's the most comfortable mattress I've ever laid down on. But now the weather's starting to turn, that one weakness is showing up. And that's it. That's all I have to say about that, and I'll see you a bit further down the mountain. So have you figured out where we are yet? If not, we're going to stop by somewhere down at the bottom of the trail that might just give it away. So keep watching, and if you enjoyed my singing in the first half of this film, then watch to the end, because I'm going to put the grand finale in. If you like what you've seen on this film, folks, please hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your friends, ask me any questions or leave any comments you've got below. Have a look on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I am on there. I don't do an awful lot on Instagram and Twitter, but I do put the occasional post on there, so if you fancy following me on there, then go for it. And I'll be back with you when we get to the big giveaway shot. And by giveaway I mean giving away where we are. Well, how about that? What a stunning waterfall. And I'm doubly glad we came down here because I just love big old trees like this. Massive, ancient trees that have just been here for so long. And hopefully we'll still be here long after we're gone. I think, if I'm honest, these are my favourite. Look at these beautiful, beautiful beech trees. Feels like home. Love it. Right, speaking of home, time to get gone. Right folks, very nearly back at the car now, so I'm going to shoot home and spend the weekend with the family. I know Elliot's waiting for me. He's got big plans for the weekend. Not sure what they are yet, but I'm sure I'll find out. Many thanks to these two quality gentlemen for their company.
Welcome.
And you will see me on the very next Wild Astro adventure. So for now, this is Richie for Wild Astro, signing off. feed me till I